Hi, just give me a sec to get set up, guys. Try and hide all the wires and things from showing. Here we go. Hi everyone, just getting set up. You know how disorganised I am. That's pretty straight, that'll do. So hi everyone, how are we today? Just wait for a few more people to come on. Now I'm filming from a different device today, so I'm hoping you'll tell me if there's any problems with the quality or the clarity of the video. Just let me know. Hi Tracy, hi Angie, Christopher, Joey, Pauline, Daria, Melody, Kathy. Hi Cassandra. So yeah, I'm just checking in today basically. I've not been on the channel for a little while now, and by a little while, probably about a week. But you know me, I upload videos, you know, all the time, so that's quite a long period for me not to be on. Hi Karen. So I just thought I'd log in, see how you're feeling, how everybody is, and have a little bit of a chat and do a bit of Happy Mail while we're here. My allergies have been absolutely terrible, so just apologies in advance if I'm a bit sniffly. So, I hope that everybody has had a good beginning of April so far. Did anybody get April fooled? Morning, hi Robin. Damp Northumberland, yeah, we've got some rain on the way here in Nottinghamshire, so not good. Got to put the dryer on. I hate putting the dryer on. I love putting my washing out on the line. Hi Tracy, hi everybody who I may have missed. So again, if I'm sniffling a bit, please forgive me, I'm sorry about that. Allergies are haywire at the moment, and also my chair is super creaky. Hi April. Oh, hi Laura. Thanks for joining. Okie dokie, so, as I say, I've got a new device, so if there's any problems with the clarity, the quality of the filming, let me know in the comments and I'll try and adjust it. I've got a new phone and it's an Android, so I've moved over from Apple to Android, and it's a massive move, so I'm hoping everything will go well. Hi Angela. Yeah, my allergies are just all year round. I've actually got a hospital appointment to try and, you know, figure out what the hell it is that's causing this, because it's literally any time, any day, you know, it doesn't matter if I'm outside, inside, it's just crazy. Right, okay. So, while I've been away, I say away, I've not been away that long, but while I've not been producing videos, I have been doing a lot of colouring for myself. Obviously when I do reviews and things like that, I'm colouring pages in the book so that you can see how the paper reacts, and you can sort of see what that kind of illustration looks like when colour is added, so it kind of helps you make your mind up about buying the book or not. But I've been doing a lot of kind of colouring that I just wanted to do, and not filming it or anything, just watching Supernatural and just chilling out while I'm doing it. Oh, that's fantastic, Laura. Yeah, if you ever see me, do come up and say hi, please. I'll probably be super nervous and awkward, but I would love you to say hi. Okay, so yeah, I've been doing a lot of colouring for me, and I've basically been stuck on this book, Hannah Carlson's new book. And if you follow me on, you know, the social medias, you will have seen all of the different pictures that I've been doing. But I thought I'll just start this video just sort of showing you, if you haven't seen already, what I've been up to. So we did this one as part of the colour catalogue challenge, if you remember, on the channel. I still have to do the sort of soulmate thing for that one. I haven't done that one yet. You also will have probably seen this one, which is the first one that I did. So you will have seen this on the review that I did of the book. And this one I did afterwards, and I added in all the little bits around the spider. And then the next one, I can find it. Yeah, with this one. This is the Sweetie page, which I really, really enjoyed doing. Prismacolors across the board. So the chinchilla fur was a little bit difficult, but I tried my best. It's basically just me flicking lines everywhere. I really like how the sweets came out. I think they look super 3D, and kind of people have been telling me they look like they can be picked up out of the jar, so that's good. Tried my best on the glass, you know, just basically just using blue to try and make it look like glass. There's no real sort of technique or anything like that. Oh my gosh, I would love to meet at the Lions. That would be so cool. Yeah, so I did this one first and then this one, but I did them sort of all in one go. I didn't, you know, do this one and then a week later did that one. I did it kind of in sequence. And then I did this one here, which is the Pirate Girl. Still got to do her compassy type symbol here, but I did this with Prismas, obviously, and some fine tech paint. So I'll just bring that up if you can see in the light. I can't see my actual phone screen itself because I have loads of things balanced on top of it to stop it from falling off the shelf above me, and it's very precarious and I'm quite worried about it, but hopefully it'll be okay. And yeah, so Pirate Girl, really enjoyed doing it, loved doing the hair especially, and keeping the colours quite limited. Even though it looks like there's a lot of colours on here, I still feel like it's quite cohesive. And then this is the one I'm on now. So this is a Steampunk Girl. Slowly working on this one. I used, what did I use? Let me try and think. So I used dark purple and pomegranate and hot pink on the hair. So if you wanted to emulate that hair, that's the three colours that I used. I don't think there was any others. I don't think I used magenta. So I think I just used those three. I think I may have actually used a bit of raspberry to go from the dark purple to the pomegranate. So yeah, but even though it looks like I've been doing the same kind of hair, this one is very much kind of red, and this one is definitely more purpley pink. So thank you, Robin. Hi, Helen. How are you? Yeah, so skin tone, I went for a bit of a different one here. I've been using the beige sienna as my shadow tone, and then I think eggshell and cream for the lighter highlighted areas. And then I think I just used a really tiny amount of raspberry with a white layer over the top, just for the blush. Obviously I used the same colours on the lips as I did on the hair. And on the, I don't know, would you call this kind of like a leather? I don't know if it is leather or what it is, but I've used French greys on this. So basically the whole palette of French greys. These are Prismacolors, Adele. Now, I've realised that I use Prismacolors 99.9% of the time on everything, and I realised that I've also got a ton of other stuff that I could be using that's just getting, you know, it's just sat there. So I am making a very late New Year's resolution and a conscious effort to start doing more pictures in different medias, because I know that you guys will want to see that, and obviously people who've bought things from our wish list are going to want to see them in action. That's the whole point of the wish list. It's for the channel. So I'm going to make a conscious effort to produce videos using different medias, because I know I love Prismas, but I think we want to change it up a little bit, I think. So yeah, I'm really pleased with how this kind of monocle, I don't know what you call it, has come out. I used the 90% cool grey, I think, the darkest one, and then the slate grey, and then the muted turquoise with a bit of white just to burnish in the middle. Recommend some soft pastel pencils. Have you thought about getting the pastel colours that are in the Prismas single open stock? I did a video where there are Prismacolor equivalents to the Holbein pastels. So if you want to check that video out, you just scroll back through my channel and you'll find it. I think it's called Prismacolor Holbein equivalents or something like that. But that might be better for you. Yeah, so that's that one. And obviously I'm not finished yet, but I'm really pleased with how it's turning out. And I probably will use some gold paint on, you know, the metal bits. But we'll see how we go. So yeah, that's what I've been doing anyway. If you've been wondering where I've been at, I've basically just been stuck in this book with Supernatural and just sat there watching that. So time for a bit of happy mail now. So I received this pack of Distress inks the other day, and there was no note with them, so I don't know who sent them, but I am very, very appreciative, whoever it was, for sending these through for the channel. I wonder if I should just zoom in a little bit, actually. I'm so worried about my phone falling off. Let's just, oh, did that work? Oh, it's too much. It's too much. Zoom back out. Zoom back in. Sorry, this is super sensitive. Just bear with me a while. Don't get dizzy. Oh, you have to be so slow. Right, that's going to have to do because I can't really. Right, okay. Right, so. Hey up, you're alright then, Sean. Yeah, so. Distress inks, don't know who they're from, but thank you, whoever sent them through, because I'm trying to build up my collection of distress inks, and then hopefully figure out some techniques to do with them, because they are really useful for backgrounds and filling in large areas without having to use up all your pencil and having that kind of streaky look. So, let me just get my others if I can find them. So at the moment I've got the antique set that I bought, and then this set here, I can't remember who sent them through, I'm so sorry. I did film this on the last video. And then these. So my collection it's growing slowly but steadily, and I'm really excited to start, you know, blending and doing techniques and things like that. So super excited. Thank you so much, whoever sent those. Next up, what do we have? So this came through for review. This is the plastic colour pocket. And you might remember that I reviewed the wooden colour pocket earlier on this year. And this one is the plastic one. So this is more based towards children, or as a more budget-friendly alternative to the wooden version. Now, I'm going to be doing a whole review on this, so I don't really want to, you know, do the whole shebang here. But it works very much like the wooden version. There's just a few differences, you know, in it. You've got your space inside for your cards, deck of cards. Sorry, my nails are just messed up. And then you've got all your pencils in this tray underneath. And there's room for a few more pencils as well. So I'll be showing that on, you know, a proper review video shortly on the channel. But that colour pocket came with a few different decks that I'm going to be showing as well. So that's another thing that came through this week. Then I got these through for review. Oh, sorry, my chair is so creaky. These are the 80 set of Touch 5 alcohol markers. So these are commonly known as the kind of cheaper budget alternative to Copic and things like that. They are not anywhere near as good quality as you would expect, because the you know, the materials used and things like that are not as high quality and whatever, but these are a budget alternative, so I'm really excited to see how these compare, and if they are worth buying, worth spending your money on for, you know, maybe a spare set or a travel set, or, you know, if they're just going to be a complete, you know, set that you use all the time, if they're good enough for that. So I'm excited about that. So they came through. Oh, Sabrina, thank you so much. Bless your heart. Thank you. I've been watching all of your stuff on Instagram, by the way. I absolutely adore your artwork. That's really kind of you. Thank you. All right then, Robin, thank you for joining, lovely. Thank you, Helen. I've had to stick them on a few times. They kind of look a bit creaky now, but I'm hoping they're going to last until Friday. Is it Friday? Yeah, because I'm going to... I don't know if anybody watches snooker on TV, but I quite like watching snooker. And Ronnie O'Sullivan, who is he's the number one in the world, actually, at the moment, and he's probably known as the best snooker player ever. I'm going to meet him on Friday, so I'm super, super excited about that. So I'm hoping they'll last until then, but if not... yeah, Copics, you know, they're gonna be the best, because that's the whole reason why they cost so much, unfortunately. But hopefully, if we can find a good budget alternative, that's always good, isn't it? Sorry for sniffling, guys. Allergies. Next up, now if you remember, in one of my previous Happy Mail videos, I got the Animorphia poster book from the lovely Jane, and that came through from the wish list. And then the other day, this turned up again from Jane, so thank you so much to Jane for that. I really wish there was a Mythomorphia one, but there isn't. I would have loved there to be, because that's my favourite. But yeah, so Imagimorphia, and it's the poster book, so it's all on large scale, and that's obviously quite a good thing with Kirby work, because a lot of it is very intricate and detailed, and to have it on a larger kind of format is really helpful. And it's also got the board back that the previous one had as well, so really, really thick piece of board, so you can just sit on your lap, watch your film or TV show of choice and get on with it. But I'm hoping to do something on the channel with either this one or Animorphia, or both. And again, as I say, using lots of different kinds of medias, because I just don't want to have to stick to Prismas all the time. It's going to get boring, and I want to push myself a little bit. April, I can't remember. Tag me in it if you haven't already, because I see things, I like them, I comment on them, and then my brain just deletes them, because I have no memory whatsoever. No, I haven't got Kirby's sketchbook, actually. Hi Marianne, hi Ashley. And then finally, I'm trying to think of some adjectives now, some good describing words for how I felt when this package landed. Bowled over, just amazed, really, and jaw-dropping, really. This landed, I was going to say through my letterbox, but it wouldn't fit. This landed on my doorstep last week, and even though I knew something was coming, I didn't know what it was going to be. The lovely Dev from the Modernist Colorist channel told me on my last stream, I think, that he had something in the works ready to send over from the wish list. And, you know, I never expect anything anyway, but I thought, oh, great, it's going to be a book, or, I don't know, what else, you know, whatever, you know, something small. I did not expect to get the entire set of clean colour markers or pens or whatever, brush pens. And I have spoken to Dev privately to say thank you and stuff, but I am just so thankful for these. What can I say? I mean, an entire set, you know, everybody knows how expensive these are, but an entire set, just thank you. Thank you again to Dev for these. And again, this is something I'm going to be showing on the channel. Everything I get from the wish list, again, it's not obligatory, but everything I get from the wish list, I want to show on the channel and show techniques with. It's not just for me to put away and be like, great, thanks for that. Just another one to add to the collection. I'm going to start actually showing these, you know, techniques and how to use them and things to share with you all, because that's what it's for. Yes, these are the ones you can use with water, Sean, if you wanted to. You could scribble some onto a piece of like ceramic, like a plate, or, you know, anything that's non-porous. You could scribble a bit on there and then pick some up with your paintbrush. If you're using watercolour paper, you could probably just put these straight down and use water down on the paper itself. But I think for standard colouring book paper, I don't think these are going to work too well with water. But I'm really excited to get going with these. I have tried them before. I had a small selection a few years ago to test out, but I've never had the full set, and this is really, really cool. I did, if I can find it, I did do a swatch. Here we are. So this is the swatch, all of the colours from this set. So as you can see, they're all really, really bright and vibrant, and there's a great selection of colours. I'm really impressed with the reds, actually, because you'll find in a lot of markers that reds are really, really limited. For some reason, you'll get a whole load of blues and greens, no problem, but reds you never see a lot of. So you can see we've got the kind of vermilion reds, we've got the carmine pinkish reds, we've got dark wine reds, and yeah, so I'm really pleased with those. You've also got some fluorescents as well, so like 003 and 001. There's a couple of fluorescents. You could count 031 as a blue fluorescent, possibly. We've got loads of different greys. These look like some green greys and some slate greys, warm greys and a few cool greys, some neutral greys as well. Browns, we've got a good selection of cooler browns and not too many reddish browns. You've got one here. Yeah, but you can see for yourself anyway what the colours are like. So, yeah, thank you, lady. I'm actually doing a whole new swatch book, because my previous one, I got to the end of it, and me being me, I can't just have two swatch books. I want everything in one place, in one book. So I've started swatching everything again. And as you can appreciate, that is taking forever. So, brand new book. I've put it's a bigger book, by the way, so it is going to take more stuff. I've put my Prismas in so far. I've put my Polys in. The Holbeins. If there's any you can see that haven't been coloured, it's because the lead broke and I couldn't find a sharpener. Black Widows. That's the Black Widow 24, the Scorpion, the Cobra, and then the Skin. These are Luminance. I haven't labelled it yet. So Luminance, and then Arteza and Inktense. And here's where I went wrong. I was too busy watching Due Date. Have you seen that film Due Date with Robert Downey Jr.? So I messed up all the numbers. But this is Marco Raffine. And then obviously we've got the Kurotaki. And that's it. So I've got all of these pages to fill in. And this, by the way, is a Derwent. I think it's called an art book, but I could be wrong. And it's kind of A5 in size. So yeah, absolutely, just can't find the words really. I mean, if somebody you didn't know, or not complete stranger, but you know, someone you don't know has just spent their hard-earned money, I mean, on anything, you know, on the distress inks, on everything. I'm not saying that one's better than the other. I'm just saying that, you know, this amount of money, it's just, it's crazy really. And what can you say except a massive, massive thank you. So these are how the pens look. They've got a number and they've got a name. So this one's 037 Cornflower Blue. And little tiny brush, really precise. Gets down to a very fine point. So maybe if I get a little bit of paper. So this is my swatch page for those touch 5s. Astounded, yeah, astounded, that'll do, Sean. Let me just check your comments. Oh, thank you, Grace, that's lovely. I haven't swatched out the Neos, by the way, so if you want me to do that, I can do that. Don't think I've missed any comments. Yeah, exactly. So Sean is exactly right about wishlist. For me, wishlist is not a present for Claire. It is a present for all of us, and I'm just showing it on here. So if there's ever anything that you see on my wishlist videos, or you know, Happy Mail or whatever, and you want to know anything about them, let me know. I'll be on, I'll do a video, I'll test out you know, whatever it is you want to see. So these are beautiful. These are beautiful. So you can get a really nice smooth patch of colour, or you can have a really fine line and a really thick swatch of colour as well. So as I say, if you've got something like a plate, or, sorry, comments messing up, if you've got something that is non-porous, so I've got a plate here, you can scribble a bit of colour onto it and then take a brush, this is a water brush, lift up the colour and then apply it that way. So, you know, if you are working in a standard colouring book that's not got watercolour paper or anything fancy like that, and you want to use these and you want to blend them, let me get another colour. Let's see. Let's go for a green. Then you can do that by this kind of method of picking it up. So you could blend them both together, make another shade, and then apply it like that, you know, totally up to you. But there's loads of different ways. They're very, very versatile. So say, for example, we've got a green. No, not a green. Yellow and blue makes green. This is basic colour theory, Claire. Right, so blue and then yellow. So we've got blue, got yellow. This is so basic, but I just want to show you what you can do. So you've got your blue, you've got your yellow. Mix them up and you can see straight away, ta-da, we've got a green. But it's just, you know, if you want to mess about with colours and get different shades and hues and tones, there are 80 colours in this set, but there are countless more shades that you can create by mixing and blending and adding bits of different colours here and there. Let's see, let's put a bit of red. What happens when we put red in? We get purple. So, you know, you're not limited by the colours that are in the set. No, actually, yes, at the moment, for sure, my favourite colouring book has got to be Sajal's Frounder. I don't know how you say it. Spirit Animals, Hannah Carlson, but that's just for the moment. That's not my absolute favourite. But do you know why I like it so much? It's because it reminds me of my favourite book, which is Sagar Sagna by Emily Lydhall Oberg. And it reminds me of that because it's got that same Swedish production, you know, you've got the hardback and things like that, but it's also the theme of the illustrations this time. I do love Hannah Carlson's work anyway, but it was getting a little bit samey. You know, just constructive thoughts there. Not criticising her work whatsoever, I love it, but this book has, it's really sort of brought a new element into her work, and I think a lot of you agree, and it does remind me of that kind of whimsical fantasy stuff that you see in Sagar Sagna, and that's why I've fallen in love with it at the moment. Yeah, so I'm going to pop these back. So I've not really got any other plans for this live, apart from just chit chat really. So if there's anything you want me to do, I mean, I could always swatch those Neos if you're interested. But if there's anything else you want me to show you or anything you want me to chat about, just let me know in the comments. So Sean, can you not find it on the Printworks website, because they reprinted it? They did another print run, so it should be on there, and I'm pretty sure it's on Etsy as well, but obviously it's not going to be cheap. So does anybody want to ask me anything or see anything on this live today? I can show you my cute little crystal that my son bought me back from his school trip. It reminds me of Spyro the Dragon. Did anybody play that when they were a kid? I still play it today, unashamedly. I love it. He bought that back for me. Where did he go? He went to Yorkshire, I think. But it's really cute. Favourite supply to colour with is Prismas. It's got to be Prismas. I'm really predictable when it comes to that. Hi, Nikki. What shall we do, guys? What shall we do? Why don't we start a page in this Imagimorphia. What do you think? Just starting with Winsor & Newton Pro markers. I love Pro markers. They're fantastic. It's the brush markers that I find a bit difficult to work with. I think if you watched my brush marker versus Copic video, I did say how much the brush marker on the Winsor & Newton is, the brush is very, very flexible. Too flexible, in my opinion. And it's very hard to control. So... Prisma, change picture. They change packaging every so often. There's nothing different about the pencils themselves. Oh, fantastic. Yeah, Serene is expensive, but it is worth every single penny. Okay, so let's have a look inside Imagimorphia and see if we can choose a page to do together. Just a little, you know, mess about today. I've got no plans whatsoever for this. So you can help me and we can just chat through it. So we've got the gorilla, the horse, that mane just looks incredibly detailed. We've got the shark, the train, the T-Rex, we've got the, what are these called? Hot air balloons, panda, the swallow. That's quite a nice one actually, the swallow. We've got loads of hares and swans. We've got the tiger, I think it's a tiger. We've got the sea one, the ships. We've got the camel. We have got the, can't think of the word, skyscrapers. I watched that film Skyscraper the other day with The Rock, Dwayne Johnson. Yeah, it was alright. Fox, eagle, tree, jellyfish, which I won't do because Sammy did an amazing job of that on her channel, and if you want to see that whole video, go and find it because it's absolutely incredible. So what are we thinking, guys? So we've got swans. Can we have some votes of which ones you guys want me to colour today? Which one, rather? Or, you know, start anyway while we chat. So I've got the swallow. Yeah, I do like the swallow. The horse. I know, it's very hard to choose. The swans as well. Another one for the swans. The train. So at the moment, the swans and the swallow are getting the most votes. Steam train. So we've got a few for the train. Put my stuff away while you're deciding. So swans and swallow are neck and neck at the moment. Let's have another look at them. Oh, I love that. There's a swallow. Really pretty that, isn't it? And then the swans, here's the swans. So with the swans, I guess because there's two of them, you could do like a day and night theme or a fire and ice theme. What else is opposite? You could do one black and white, one full colour. So what are we thinking? Let's do the swallow. Let's do the swallow because I do like it. Now I've got to figure out a way of... I mean, I could take it out actually. That would probably be a lot easier. I'm going to take it out because it's perforated, so that's good. So we've got the swallow. Okay. Are you going to watch WrestleMania? No, not into WrestleMania whatsoever. Favourite music while I colour? When I'm colouring, I usually watch TV, so I don't often sit just with music. But I'm big into rock. I like a lot of different music. I think everybody does. Nobody really sticks to one genre, do they? But Muse, I listen to a lot of Muse. I like Coldplay. I like a lot of kind of heartbreaky tearjerker songs at the moment. But basically I'm always watching TV. So at the moment I'm really far into Supernatural and absolutely obsessed with it. So that's what I'm watching at the moment. Who's my favourite Supernatural character? Castiel all the way home. Absolutely adore him. Started off, I was a big Dean fan. And as soon as Cass came into it, that was it. I was gone. Also, very into the whole idea of a Destiel. So, yeah, if that's not for you, then fine. But, okay. Swallow. Let's think about it. So, what have we got on the bits and bobs? We've got loads of butterflies. So what I'm thinking of doing is keeping all the butterflies the same colour. Because I don't want it to be too sort of... I hope my hands are doing the talking for me. I want to keep it limited. Swallow tattoos, you know, when you see them on like prisoners' necks and stuff, they're often red and blue, aren't they? So I'm wondering about red and blue. What are we thinking? I'm thinking like a red body with blue wings. And then for the butterflies we'll decide after that. But let's start off with that. What shall I use? I'm not going to use prismas. Let's use something different. So red. Do you know what? Let's use some of those clean colours. Yeah, I totally agree, Angela. Totally agree, but I don't know what it is. Like, when Dean's on the screen, I'm okay to just like colour. This sounds ridiculous. I'm okay to just like colour and not kind of keep my eyes on the screen all the time. But as soon as Cass comes on the screen, like, I stop. I need to know what he's doing, what he's looking like, his facial expressions. So yeah, I think I'm kind of obsessed with him at the moment. Red, blue and brown. Okay, so we'll get some brown in there as well. Hi, Wendy. Let's try a little bit with these clean colour pens. So I've got my swatch book, so we can find the colours that we want. So I'm wondering if I'll be able to do a bit of blending on this. Like I said, this is my first time doing it, so bear with me. So we've got a really deep dark red there, 260. Let's find that one out. 260, and then maybe blend it up into the 029. Can find it. These are probably better in a pencil case actually, because then I'll be able to see them properly. 029, 029, geranium red. Okay. And then I might just skip up to the 020. Sorry for the sniffling, guys. 020. Where are you? Right, okay. So we've got 3 different reds. And I'm going to do the body red, I think. And don't forget, this is this is my first time with this, so if it all goes wrong, it goes wrong. Let's try and blend on the paper itself and see, because it is quite a heavy cardstock, and it does feel like, you know, it will take a bit of play. The red part goes into brown, the blue part goes into black. Helen, do you happen to know how swallow birds are coloured? Or we can always bring some brown in later on. But let's get started with this red and see what's what. So I'm going to do the darker red around the top of the head here. These are really precise, really good for detail. And like I said, I don't know if we'll be able to blend them on the paper or not. It's all trial and error. Yeah, so with them being water-based, they're not fantastic for blending, to be honest. But that's where those different techniques come in. With this being quite a thick cardstock, it can take the layering. So this is the Zig Clean Colour Pen from Kuretake. Just make sure that this is not got any ink in it, any residual ink. So at the moment I'm just putting it down on the paper without any water whatsoever. And it's not too bad. There are obvious lines, but I'm wondering if I can just come in here and blend this out a little bit. Okay, so that's not too bad. It's got that kind of speckly look, but that always dries out anyway. But I do think that these are going to work better with the plate thing, the plate technique. But it's not too bad at the moment. I got told off the other day for wiping my water brush on my hand, by the way. Someone was saying that there might be toxic cadmium in the Neos and stuff, and I don't think that there is. I think they're non-toxic, so I should be safe, but got told off. So the front is red, the head is blue-black, and the body. The wings are dark brown, the belly is light brown and cream. Right, so this is not going to be a realistic swallow then, is it really? But that's fine, because it's kind of fantasy anyway. I'm going to try that technique now on here. So I'm going to add some colour to the plate. There we go. So we've got our 3 different reds. Yellow at the top edge of the bird. So like a light sauce kind of thing. Is that what you mean? I could try it. Probably when it's dry. I'll wait till it's dry. So if I just grab some of this darker red off the plate and add it in that way. Let's see how that works. And then going up with our different reds. I think that that's blending a lot nicer. It's just not as vibrant because obviously the water is diluting the colour. To be honest with you, I should have done I should have done this test on a piece of paper, not on a whole new thing, but hey ho. Let's put a bit more red. You can always layer it up. Obviously this is going to work so much better if you have a watercolour card, colouring book or PDF. It just would be a completely different ball game. Let's add some more of this. Notice how I can't talk when I'm doing this. I'm not very good at multitasking. So yeah, I think you can see the difference in the depth of colour between putting the pen straight to the paper and then putting water in addition to it. So what I might do is see if we can come back in with the pen and deepen it up maybe. This might not work at all. This could end up just being like a practice sheet, which is a real shame. But you know me, I just dive in and do things and then it ends up not great. So because there's a ton of water on this, it is starting to buckle, which is expected. So you can see that adding the pen over the top just obviously really brings out the vibrancy of the colours. And then I'm just kind of washing it down. So I'm thinking if we start blending some brown now up into this from the opposite end of the swallow. So pop these back. And let's see what browns. I'd say keep the top back of the bird palish so the butterflies stand out. Yeah, good idea. So what I'll probably do then is come in with brown, but keep it at the bottom of the bird so that the top is the highlighted area. So let's stick with kind of reddish browns because that'll be easier to blend into our red. So 060. Just trying to find this quite difficult. In the setup that they're in, you can't really see what's what. What's this one? This is grey. 094. Right, just give me a sec. What's this one? 060, is that the one? Yeah, so we've got that one. And then we want a lighter shade, which 061. What's this one? 066. So we're not far off. 061. This is like the longest part of any video, is trying to find the colours and then forgetting which one you're looking for and then having to check back. 061, 061. There we go, 061. Right. So if I start with the darker colour along the bottom of the swallow, so this is the 060 brown, and keep it down at the bottom so that we have this kind of oval of highlight at the top of the bird, maybe. Trying to figure out where the bottom of the bird is, it's difficult. Right, so... Yeah? Not yet. I'll let you know. I'll let you know because I'm filming at the moment.
You're filming?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
It's alright. Okay. So let's add a bit of this 060 to the bottom of the swallow. Hopefully this is the bottom of the swallow. Up here as well. And up here. I'm getting bits of pen on the butterflies, but I'm okay with that. I've never been precise colorist. I think we've got some of those Kirby clouds here, so I've gone into those a little bit, but that's fine. And then up here, maybe? This is just all trial and error. Now let's bring in this. Do you get a blender? I think you do. Let me have a look. I can't see. No, I don't think you do actually. I don't think you do get a blender. Oh, thanks, Laura. So let's bring in this next brown. Because there's not too much open space where the browns meet, you don't have to worry about them blending perfectly because there's not a lot of area for your eye to pick up on, so that's good. Yes, I've got the luminance. I do like them. They are really, really nice pencils. I think that if you are not concerned with light fastness, much the same as the Derwent Light Fast, if you're not concerned with that, then I would say that you're not forced to spend a ton of money at getting luminance, because they blend really well, don't get me wrong, but so do Prisma, you know, so do Black Widow. So it really is the light fastness that is the selling point for the luminance. Right, so I'm going to attempt, in fact I might just put a bit on the plate and add it that way. So that could be the way to do it really. Use your pen straight to the paper, and then when you get to the area that you want to blend out, that's when you come in with the wet technique. Hi Robin. So I'm hoping that as we move up here, we can get these reds and browns to blend. That's the goal. Okay, so I want a little bit more of that colour. I think that's looking pretty good. I think you also have to wait until it dries to see how well it looks, because often the water, it can sort of pool in places and look a bit darker and a bit speckly and weird. So when it's actually dried, that I think that's when you start to see how it blends properly. I'm quite pleased with that so far. I'd say this is my first proper time kind of trying them out. Not trying them out because I have tried them out, but you know, on a picture without kind of planning it and stuff and testing it first. So we need to get into this section now and blend the two together. So I'm going to take a little bit of the dark red and the brown because they're the two most similar colours. And I'm going to bring the brown in here and also bring the red in before it dries. And then hopefully if we build up with the other reds, we'll have a bit of a better transition. Now this could all go wrong. some of this red and then some of the brown, the light brown. Oh dear, this could go wrong. I'm going to have to deepen up this bit anyway to make it all tie in. I don't mind doing that. So like I said, I'm going to darken up this area so it's one kind of dark area across the bottom. But I just want to try and get these blended if I can. Let's bring in some more of the lightest red over here. Hi Dev, as you can see I'm using your gift. Thank you so much. I've already done all the thank yous if you want to skip back and have a look, but again, just thanks so much. You know how much I appreciate it. I've already spoken to you about it, but thank you so much. So basically I'm having a bit of an experiment here, trying to figure out if I can use these and how I can use them. So let's add a little bit more brown into this area. And then we can bring it in with the brush to blend it out. Let's get some of that light red up here as well. And a little bit of light brown. I'm just trying to make it look as streamlined as possible. Let's get a bit more of that brown over here. Right, so I'm going to fix this red area at the bottom now because it's annoying me. We need the dark red. Don't want to get my colours mixed up. Okay, so I'm going to bring in with the brush this dark colour and extend it. So just bear with me while I figure out what I'm doing. Okay, so I'm just adding little bits of the pigment or the ink, whatever, onto it with the water brush, because then we don't get a really harsh patch of colour. And then I can just go back and come in with the other colours as well. So we hopefully will get something smooth. It's kind of like using the Neo colours, but I suppose you could use them both in conjunction with each other, really. But again, it would just be far more of a superior result if you're using watercolour paper. It'd be a lot faster as well and easier because you don't have to mess about getting the blends going. I'm just going to add, no, I'm going to add a bit of brown, I think, to this bit. It's looking a little bit too vibrant there. So we'll dull it down with the brown a little bit. Let's come back in with some of that deeper red under this butterfly. Just trying to make it look as seamless as possible. So it's kind of time consuming, but it's nice, isn't it? It's nice how it's looking, especially for a first time go. Let's get a bit of that lighter red, make sure that that's all nice there. This bit has to dry yet, so I can't really comment on whether I need to add any more on that just yet. I think I'll just bring some more dark red under here. So I'm just trying to figure out the swan. So this is its tail feather, isn't it, here? The swan? The swallow. This is its tail feather here, and then we've got the two wings either side. So the tail feather I want to keep separate because we're going to do those in different colours. Now, what did I say we were going to do? I think we should do brown on the underside of his head. Sorry about the sniffing, guys. Yeah, so let's bring in some brown. So this is the darker brown. Now we can do pen to paper with the very dark shaded areas, and then we can go in with the water brush to blend it out. Let's put some of this light. So I really like how they blend together when you do that. So do all of your darker areas first with the pen to paper, and then come back in with your water brush to add the blended areas. I think that works best on paper that's not suitable or not made for water media. Oh, Sammy's streaming as well. Oh, fantastic. I hate coming on if someone else is streaming because I always worry that I'm taking someone's slot, but I didn't think that Sammy had a slot today. But anyway, if any of you guys want to go over and see what Sammy's up to, feel free. It doesn't mean anything. I'm not gonna worry about it. I would really, really love for you to watch Sammy's streams because she is fantastic at what she does. And she would have done this so much better if she'd have started this with these pens, because I'm just learning at the moment. Oh, she's uploaded. That's okay then. I was worried then that I'd taken her slot. Right, so what's this? This is the red. We need the dark brown. And I'm going to... Actually, I think I'm going to extend the lighter brown over here. So we've got this light brown area, and then come back in with the dark brown. Here, this is the brown, isn't it? Yeah, I'm getting confused between the dark brown and the red, because the dark brown and the wine red are really quite similar. Hi Andrea, we're just messing about today, trying my hand at these beautiful pens that Dev had sent. Yeah, Sean, stop causing trouble. Joking, obviously. I always worry about how I come across on here because if you don't know someone in real life, it's really difficult to gauge humour, and I'm quite sarcastic by nature, but then some people take that as me being serious, and I'm not. I want to put some dark red around here, just to separate it a little bit. Okay. So I think that's looking pretty good. What do you reckon, guys? Yeah, there you can get an actual hairdryer that's made for this. Hang on a sec. Oh my god. Allergies. Okay. What should I do this front section here? Let me know. If this is going to start now and I'm getting like a whole sneezing fit, I'm going to have to go. Okay, so let me know about that front bit, because I don't know what colour to do that. It might be nice in blue. I think I'm going to go and start on the wings and just let that area dry and see what it looks like if we have to come back in or whatever. Oh, that's good. That's good. I don't think... hopefully everyone's on the same page with the whole streaming thing, because it don't bother me whatsoever. I don't think it bothers Sammy or Dev or anybody who streams. If somebody else is streaming, great. You can always catch up later. It's not like, you know, you're going to miss anything. So that's good. Touch of turquoise under the ear area for a slight focal point on the face. That's interesting. Let's give that a go. Just like trying to blow my nose at the same time. Right, so what have we got for turquoise? 042. Try a bit of that. Let's try and find it first. 042. 036. Seven. Do you know what? I'm just going to empty all of these out. Right. Now I can see what I'm doing. So, 042 turquoise. Whoops. Right, they're all going to fall off the desk now. Okay. So let's get a bit of this colour on here. Now, what did you say, Helen Lovely? Under the ear area, okay? So, I'm guessing that this is the ear, right? A little bit of turquoise. Ooh. Can you see that, guys? That's interesting how it's, like you said, Helen, it's like a focal, your eye is just drawn to that. But this is the kind of thing that people like Helen would know and I wouldn't, like artist tricks and things. Okay, so let's get started on the wings. So what did I say for the wings? Blue and black? Let's have a look what we got. So I'm definitely going to have this 031 because I want that to be really, really bright and vibrant on the wings. Then we need a colour that's going to blend into it. So I'm thinking the 037. And it's probably not any easier for me to actually find these when they're on the desk like this. 037. Alright, see you later, Sean. This is just 99% of this stream is me finding colours. 037, 032. Yay, got it right. 037. So 031, 037, and then I want something darker. I'm thinking 030 because that's really dark. There we go. So I've got the 3 blues, and I can come in with black. 035 is quite close to black as well, so I might bring that in. 035. Here we go. And then where is the black? That should be easy to find, right? Wrong. No, here we go. We've got it. Right, let's move all this crap out of the way. Okay, so we've got our blues and black in order. So the first thing I'm going to do is colour this section of the wing here, and we're going to do it section by section. So I'm thinking we will start with the darkest and go out, because that's what I always do when I'm coloured pencil colouring as well, is start with the darkest. I know a lot of people start with the lightest, but that's just how I do it. So let's bring in the black. Just trying to clean my plate. Bring in the black. And then I'm just sort of feathering it out, because hopefully that will help the blends as well. Then we'll get a bit of the deep blue 035 and we'll add that with the brush. Oh my goodness. Right. See, I've got to do these videos at some stage, because if I left it to where I didn't have allergies, I would never ever upload a video. And then here, next blue. Let's bring this one out quite a bit. Oh, and then the next one. Then we've got the brightest and the lightest blue, which is that 031 cobalt blue. So obviously, because I'm using the water brush, it isn't as vivid as it would be if we used just the pen on the paper. But that's okay, because this is a first trial and error kind of thing. These pens are Clean Colour Real brush pens. So I'm just taking some black and trying to smooth out this area. And then we'll just go in with our other colours and do the same thing. So it might be advisable just to leave this to dry in between coats. So I'm just picking up all the different blues basically at this stage and just adding them where I think they need to be, to try and make it a more streamlined, smoother look. Oh, all the pens have started falling off. Okay, so I need some more of that lighter blue at the bottom. So what I'm going to do now, I think, is while that's drying, just move on to the other wing underneath and do that with the pen to paper and see how that turns out, because I know it's going to be much more saturated colour if we do it that way, but I've got to work quickly. See how quickly I'm going to make sure that these blend somewhat. So you see how much more vivid that is when you're doing pen to paper rather than using the water. So I think when this bit is dry, I'm going to do the pen to paper technique and get it all looking as vibrant as this wing here. And then we'll carry on down the other wings. But I think for today, I'm going to call it time now because my nose is going absolutely haywire. And I'm doing my best to kind of rein it in. But I really hope that you've enjoyed just looking at me trying to experiment with these new pens. And like I said, I'll come back on another stream in the future and sort out this wing. And we'll do it exactly the same as we've done this one. Really brighten up the colour and then do the wings in the same vein, and also the tail feather as well. And then we can decide what colour we want to do the butterflies and the other little embellishments and things. But I think you'll agree that pen to paper really does look much better. And then you can just use your water brush just to blend in between the colours. So thank you everybody for watching today and keeping me company for a little while. And I will see you very soon on the next video, whatever that might be. So thanks very much everyone. See you later. Have a great day, evening,